How are you doing, YouTube? I'm not gonna stream for very long. Might not even be a half an hour. But we'll get through at least one, I guess. So, let's see what happened last night. So, Bestia is like trying to kind of go back to a peaceful life. So he's like coexisting with the white-haired girl in the mansion. They're living together basically, and Bestia wants to protect her from whatever may come, I guess, which there wound up being another beast that came to the mansion, and then Bestia had to kill that beast to protect the white-haired girl. And then it switched over to what's going on with this girl here named Pauline. She's so she is the lover of the merchant who was the first guy that Bestia killed after he became master of the mansion. She doesn't know that he's dead, so she is going to search for him. So she's been given a month to search for him, and then she has to leave and go back home. So that's where we left off. What's he doing out here all alone, I wonder? There's no one else around. I wonder if something happened. Would it seem odd if I tried talking to him? I wouldn't want to get labeled as suspicious on my first day here. That's asking for trouble. But the boy stands all alone on the shore, looking somehow precarious, as though a breeze might whisk him away into a million grains of sand, and if I look away, he won't be there when I turn back. That's how the boy appears to me. You never know until you try. Besides, it's important for me to communicate with the natives. I've got to build trust with the people of this village. Let's go. Good afternoon. What are you doing out here all alone, little man? Ah. By force of habit, I spoke in my native tongue. How dense can you be, Pauline? You may have just been talking to Orlando, but that's no excuse. This isn't your homeland. But everything's all right. I studied the language, so I should be able to hold a simple conversation. You don't need to be afraid of me. My name is Pauline. I'll be staying in your village for a while. Nice to meet you. Do you not understand me? My name is Pauline. What is your name, little man? Dreadful. What? He just called me dreadful. That's one hell of an accent you've got. Who are you? A bandit? What are you here for? N no! I'm not a danbit, I promise. I, I stammered. Atrocious. There's no need to be so mean. I put in a pretty good effort, I thought. You could at least compliment me instead. God awful. That's not nice. What's a foreigner doing in this remote corner of the world? Sightseeing our little village? Sure got a lot of time on your hands. I do not. I'm very busy. You're a little obnoxious, aren't you? You're supposed to treat your elders with respect, you know? Like I give a damn, lady. You're older, but you're acting way more like a kid than me. My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. Pauline. And what are you here for? Completely ignored. I am, here to look for someone. There are rumors that he was last seen around here. Have you by chance seen any other foreigners around? Hell if I know. He just won't let me in. I've got to befriend him first. Of course, he's going to be guarded if I just start throwing questions at him. Alright, so you haven't seen him. Then why don't you tell me about yourself? What are you doing out here? Is that any of your business, lady? A boy's out here on the beach all alone. Wouldn't that make you curious? Don't you have any friends? Maybe he's one of those kids who doesn't have any. Say, if you don't mind, could we be friends? I'm not really familiar with the area, so it'd be nice to have someone with me. What do you say? I don't need any damn friends. And who the hell'd be dumb enough to say, sure, I'll be your friend, to someone they just met? How are you so jaded? You need to be more courteous, kinder to others, not so antagonistic. I just thought it would be nice if we could talk a bit. That's all I want, really. How about you quit being so damn noisy, lady? It just so happens I like being alone. Ugh. I've got some strange woman ruining my time my alone time. I'm out of here. Hey! Wait a second. Ah, he's gone. This is going to be really, really hard. Master? Ah, you've returned to me. You suddenly started staring off into the distance. I was quite startled. Now, let us continue our tale. The mansion's corridor was a horrifically repulsive mess. Splatters of fresh beast blood covered the walls, and there was a repugnant odor. Anyone would be compelled to avert their eyes at the sight. What happened here? I am grateful that you cannot see, because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see, you do not know what I look like. but I know. Another beast like me broke into the mansion. Was it? I protected you. Did I not? I protected you. Say that I protected you. That I did this for you. In his hysteria, Bestia tore down the curtains hanging on the hallway window. Blood-stained curtains that reeked of dead beast. I... What did he have to be so afraid of, though? He had exterminated the other beast encroaching upon his territory. I would understand if he had puffed his chest in pride, but far from that, his terror merely intensified. Calm down. The white-haired girl extended her hand for Bestia, but even her gentle, lovingly outstretched fingers evoked fear in his eyes. Instinctively, he feared anything that entered his territory, and then attempted to remove it. And driven by those instincts, he shoved aside the white-haired girl, the one he had said he wanted to protect. Ah! Being without sight, she had no way of reliably catching her balance, and she fell to the floor with a splash. For she had landed in the pool of blood left by the beast. Red seeped into her clothing, slowly spreading through the fabric. At first, it looked like she had fallen into a puddle of fresh, bright dye, but before long, the red darkened into a brownish black. I'm sorry. I didn't... No, It's okay. I'm fine. She embraced the panicking beast, softly whispering, "Shh, shh," as if trying to calm a crying baby. Though Bestia was taller and physically stronger, the white-haired girl was, emotionally, more stable than he. What has you so frightened? Please tell me. I promise I will not look down on you for any reason. All I want is to free you from the depths of your suffering. Sometimes talking about things can lighten the burden they place upon you. We have the ability to use words, both you and me. With language, the gift God bestowed upon man, we can communicate our feelings with one another. It's all right. Don't be afraid. Talk to me, please. Am I a man? You act as though I am a man. No, you treat me like one. I cannot see you as anything else, as I have said before. Only because you cannot see me. You are the only one who says I am a man. You who are without sight. But I was content with that. You treated me like a man, so I felt as though I had become one. The time I spent with you, I had real peace. I almost forgot that I was a wretched beast. I no longer sought after prey. prey. Oh, yes. Before you arrived, I murdered dozens of humans. I didn't want you to know that I was such a sinful creature, leaving a long trail of bodies in my wake. But I thought that if I didn't show them my strength, if I didn't force them into submission, then I would never find peace. I was drunk with power. I took great pleasure in it, in slaughtering people. The fear was so overwhelming that you turned the act of killing into one of gratification. You did it to protect yourself. Are you still not going to condemn me? Taking another's life is wrong. Not only does it rob them of their time on this earth, it inflicts great wounds upon those who care about them. However, I do not regard you as a mere beast, nor as a mere murderer. Something made you the way you are. I am almost certain of it. Something? Tell me about yourself. In your words, from your mouth, tell me. When I woke up, I was weak, exhausted, emaciated. I couldn't think clearly, or even remember much of anything. I was thirsty, hungry, sore from head to toe. A crowd of people surrounded me. This was a long time ago. Well, not so long as to be described as long ago, but it is as far back as my past goes. I sought help from the people around me. My words did not get through to them. The only thing that came from my mouth were feral howls. They scowled at me, and then... Stinking gross. I have no interest in any more trouble. Shall we kill it? Never seen anyone like this before. What is he, anyway? Beats me. A bestia by the looks of it. Bestia! 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 I didn't understand what they were saying about me. All I could pick out was the word bestia. The humans brought sticks and fishing poles with which they poked and prodded me. At first, they probably meant only to chase me out. But before long, their actions began to escalate. Bestia! Bestia! Filthy beast! We ain't got nothing for you. Dirty, nasty thing. Stay back. Hit it. Pound it. He's feeling it. Beat it. Beat the thing. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Die. Why? Why should I have to die? I was simply asking for help. If they didn't have food to spare, A glass of water would have been enough. I asked for nothing of them but some relief from my thirst. But the humans would not hear my pleas. My words reached no one's ears. When they brought weapons and started chasing me around, attempting to kill me, all I could do anymore was run. And as I fled, I saw something. A child pointing to a wild dog covered in mud and shouting, "Bestia!" That was when I finally understood that I was a beast, and that was why the humans wanted to exterminate me. I was neither cattle, nor swine, nor fowl of the air, but a vicious beast, the kind of creature that ravaged their fields. And so, you sought to prove your superiority to them, so you would never have to be called a beast or chased out of somewhere again. I was so close to forgetting it all. The time I spent with you was truly wonderful. I could forget about people calling me a beast, chasing me around and trying to kill me. I could forget about slaughtering them, painting the walls with their blood. I could forget about everything. It felt like I had actually become a man. But then it showed up. Another beast, like me. It was my kin. A different individual, though, built differently than me. I am taller than it was. But it was a beast. And I, too, must be a beast. Regardless, I will continue to insist you are not, as many times as I must. Should you be troubled by these painful memories and attempt to cause someone harm again, I will be there to remind you of your humanity. Is that which you can see with your eyes the whole of the world? I cannot see you, that is correct. But I can feel you, sense you, hear you, and I can learn what you bear within your heart. You worry, you fear, and you think. And you also show concern for me. These things all prove that you are human. This woman, she really is going to change me. If I remain with her, I can become a man. It might be no more than an illusion, but with her near, it can become a reality. Have you calmed yourself down some? The hall needs to be cleaned. So it does. I'll take care of it. You don't need to worry. You should get changed, though. Very well. I believe I care so much for you because you resemble me. We are not alike in the slightest. As I've said, you are a beautiful woman. You may compliment my appearance, but no one else ever did. I have been labeled a witch because of the color of my eyes and hair. My eyes, they're red. A beautiful shade of red indeed. A magnificent color, like blood. You're the first person to say that about them. Even my mother said my eyes frightened her. Because people called me a witch, I was rarely afforded the opportunity to interact with others, so I grew up mostly alone. As the people outside this mansion called you a beast, so too do the people outside call me a witch. See, we are alike. Do I look like a witch to you? No, you are a beautiful, compassionate human woman. And you are a human man, even if you don't believe it yourself. Yet again, Bestia found himself feeling grateful for the white-haired girl's blindness. For, while he had just managed to put on a smile, tears were also rolling down his cheeks. Joy, bitterness, sorrow, a maelstrom of emotions flowed unbounded from within. But he cried in silence. Bestia shed his tears discreetly, so as to not allow the white-haired girl to notice. He looked down upon the floor. A single corpse lay there, and no matter how hard he tried, he could not see it as anything other than a beast. A beast that looked just like him. He came from a faraway land across many seas. There was never any guarantee that we would see each other again. But I still believed that no matter how great the ocean that divided us, we were bound by our love. The only thing that needed stand between us was physical distance. Ah, I wonder if he's here yet. Hello, my little Nintier? Okay, I have no idea how to pronounce that word. What has you so out of breath? Eek! Oh, don't scare me like that. And where did you pick up a word like Nintier? I never took you for someone so pretentious. I'm sorry. You just looked so much like a rabbit there, the way you were tossing your head back and forth, looking around for me. Oh, you. Nintier is something you call a child. I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm sorry, really. Don't be so mad, Pauline. I'm not mad at all. It's been a year and a half. We finally get to see each other again. That we do. Did you have any trouble out at sea? Did you fall ill, or get caught in a storm, or run into any kind of danger at all? No, there was no trouble. Everything went fine without incident. see God was watching over us, I suppose. Thank goodness. I was so worried. But you kept your promise. You came back for me. And you kept yours and waited for me. Well, of course I did. I trust you, and I don't mind waiting. Even so, 18 months must have been a long time for you. It was. It felt long to me as well. Every day I would picture your face, recall the sound of your voice. But over time, I began to lose surety. It absolutely terrified me. Is that what you actually looked like? Is this truly the sound of your voice? You mean you almost forgot? Not at all, Pauline. I was afraid that in my profound love for you, my mind had created its own image. That perhaps my adoration had grown so strong it had turned you into a transcendent beauty like Cleopatra herself. You must have made some unseemly friends. You were never this much of a sweet talker. I bet you're disappointed, though. Look at me, a homely woman you could find anywhere. For some reason, I find myself in a teasing mood. Please have mercy, or I am liable to lose your affection. What I'm trying to say is that being here with the real you, putting my hands in yours, listening to you speak, and seeing you be, well, you, Pauline, is so much more wondrous than anything I imagined. And right now, I am feeling that stronger than ever. You seem to have found yourself a way with words. I imagine you had plenty of time to practice on other women. Goodness, you fiend. Fiend? Well, that's not terribly convincing with your cheeks the color of wine. They are not. God. Hey now, don't throw a fit. You're the only one who can put me in such high spirits with a few simple words. Huh? Did you say something? Who, me? No, not a thing. Say, since you're finally back, how about we take a walk around town? You've taken care of all your work for the time being, right? So you can spare some time for me? Absolutely, Pauline. As much as time allows, I will spend it with you. As much as time allows. Okay, I think that is all I'm gonna do tonight. Oh, thanks for joining, and I will be back again tomorrow. I'll just keep streaming an Impact and this game here. So, all right, enjoy the rest of your night.